Shalom, this is Yaquab Ban Yasha'Allah. I'd like to start off giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. And salutation to you sincere Akim pushing this truth and sincerity. All right, I got a quick lesson entitled The Kingdom of Heaven. And I'm going to go into a few things to look forward to in the kingdom. All right. And maybe this will give a few brothers a little hope. I hope this video is edifying. I'm going to go straight into it. This is Revelation 22:1. And he showed me a pure river of water of life, clear as crystal, proceeding out of the throne of Yahweh and of the Lamb, which represents this truth, man. All right, the truth and the spirit being poured out into the earth right now by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. First starting off with the elders, on down to the prophets, and on down to the newcomers in this truth, man, going out pushing this truth in sincerity. All right, verse 2. In the midst of the street of it, and on either side, in the midst of the street, representing the middle of it, and on either side of the river was there the tree of life, which bare 12 manner of fruits, and yielded her fruit every month. All right, and that tree of life represents knowledge. All right. It represents the tree of all knowledge, man. It says, which bear 12 manner of fruits and yielded her fruit every month. And that 12 manner or 12 different kinds of fruits represents the 12 tribes of Israel. And the leaves of the tree were for the healing of the nations. All right. Which I told the disciples to cleanse the sick, heal the lepers. All right. He said, freely ye have received, freely ye have received, freely give. All right. And that was a commandment to the disciples, man. And through the spirit on down to us, man, today, to the hopeful elect. We're supposed to be going out and spiritually healing the sick. And the spiritual sick represents the 2/3 of our nation that don't take heed to this truth, man. They don't know who they are. They don't have a knowledge of self and a knowledge of their true power. All right. Verse 3. And there shall be no more curse. Because we know right now the nation of Israel as a whole are under certain curses, man. Deuteronomy. Because of the going off of our forefathers and not hearkening unto the laws, statutes, commandments of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. He says, but the throne of Yahweh and of the Lamb shall be in it, and his servants shall serve him. And the servants represents the elect. And they shall see, even though all nations shall to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, the servants, the ones that are actually serving him and doing his work, represents the elect. And they shall see his face, and his name shall be in their foreheads, man. All right, because we're going to see the face of Yahweh Shah, man. All right, we're gonna be able to behold the face of Yahweh Shah, and his name shall be in our foreheads, representing our inward parts, our minds, man. Because Yahweh Shah said, "What we see him, we see the Father." All right, so because he is the image of his invisible Father, man. Verse 5, and there shall be no night there, and they need no candle. All right, and that word night is G3571, which is nukes. Pronounced nukes. All right, it means night, or metaphorically, the time when work ceases, the time of death, the time for deeds of sin and shame, the time of moral stupidity and darkness. That's kind of funny, which is now, man. That time of moral stupidity and darkness is now. All right, or the times of the time for deeds of sin and shame, which represents this time now, man. All right, because the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. All right. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked, so the wicked are pushing a wicked vibration amongst the earth, all right. And the ones that don't have this truth and don't have the armor of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah are gonna fall into that trap and fall behind that vibration and fall after the deeds of sin, because that's the time we're living in right now, man. He says the time when the weary and also the drunken give themselves up to slumber. All right, so that's definitely the time we're in right now, man. You know, the ones that's in this truth fall out of this truth, all right, and fall back into the world, man. You know, or just ones that's in a state of slumber, man. Because he said what in Romans 11:7, he say he has given them the Most High has given them eyes that they have not, that they cannot see, and ears that they cannot hear unto this day. He have given them the spirit of slumber, all right, which means to drowsy, to be sleep. All right, so they sleep in this time, man, and it's our job to go out and try to wake them up, but only the hopeful elect are gonna wake up, man. All right, verse Verse 5, and there shall be no night there. It's going to be no darkness there, because we are going to be the light. And they need no candle, neither light of the sun. For the Lord Yahweh giveth them light, and they shall reign forever and ever. And he said, so we're going to reign forever and ever, man. This is going to be an everlasting kingdom, a kingdom that shall not fall. As opposed to every other great kingdom that's ruled this earth has had a time to where they were great, and they also had a time to where they fell. And this kingdom here won't fall, man, because it's going to be rooted in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. And plus he's not a man that he should lie. And he said that he said, and they shall reign forever and ever. Verse 6, and he said unto me, these sayings are faithful and true. And the Lord Yahweh of the holy prophets sent his angel to show unto his servants the things which must shortly be done. Behold, I come quickly, in Yahweh Shai's voice. Behold, I come quickly. Blessed is he that keepeth the sayings of the prophecy of this book. And that word right there, keep, right here is going to be in the Greek. G5083. Tereo. To attend to carefully, take care of, to guard, metaphorically to keep, one in the state in which he is, to observe, to reserve, or to undergo something. All right. But in the Hebrew, that word would be shamar, which is to guard or to protect or to hold fast. So basically it's meaning the same thing, man. He that keepeth the saying. So we supposed to hold fast to these sayings, man, and constantly meditate on them. All right. Bring forth to the light of to others' attentions these sayings, man. The ones that don't know these sayings, man. We supposed to hold on to them. When others don't want to hold on to them, we're supposed to protect them. All right. And I, John, saw these things and heard them. And when I heard them and seen them, I fell down to worship before the feet of the angel which showed me these things. Then saith he unto me, see if thou do it not. Because in the past, we know every time an angel appeared before one of the servants always bowed down to him. And the angel in turn said, hey, man, don't do that. Don't bow down to me. You know, I'm not worthy to be bowed down to, man. I'm your brother. You know, I'm just like you. You know, I served the Most High just like you, man. So don't bow down to me, but worship Yahweh. All right. Worship Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shah. Then saith he unto me, see if thou do it not. For I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren, the prophets, and of them which keep the sayings of this book, worship Yahweh. And he said unto me, seal not the sayings of the prophecy of this book, for the time is at hand. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is to give every man according as his work shall be. All right. And yeah, man, that was the point on that. So yeah, man, you know, in the kingdom, man, there isn't going to be any more darkness, man. All right, because we're going to be the light. We're going to have the light, and that light is going to shine forth amongst the heathens. Salakia. That light is going to be shown forth, and we're going to show these other nations how to serve Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, man. All right, the correct way. All right, but the light is going to be shown forth through us, man. All right. This is Revelation chapter 21, verse 1. I'm going to read the whole chapter on this one. All right. And I saw a new heaven, and this is also spoken of by John the Revelator. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, which Jerusalem coming down from heaven. All right, because that first earth was passed away, and there was no more sea. Remember in Revelation chapter 7, that 4 angels to whom was given to hurt the earth and the sea, man. All right. Well, this vision right here was saw after they had already hurt the earth and the sea, man. All right. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from Yahweh at the heaven, because this happened after the destruction and after also the salvation also. All right. So now the elect are coming down out of those chariots, coming down from Yahweh out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned to her husband. And that bride represents the elect. All right. Because if you click on the word adorn, it's G2885, which is cosmio, which means to put in order, to arrange, to make ready, or to prepare, to ornament or to adore. All right, and the elect, that's what the elect, that's the process that the elect are going through right now, man. Because obviously the full elect aren't fully awakened yet. Because if so, then those four angels would have already let go of the destruction on the earth, man. Because they said what? All right, the other angel coming from the east yelled to them with a loud voice, hurt not the earth or the sea or the trees until we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads, which represents the elect. All right. So they are in the process of being put in order or arranged or made ready or being prepared right now. All right. Through the ones that's going out pushing this work in truth and sincerity. All right. To wake up the rest of the hopeful elect, man. To wake up the Israelite foreigners. All right. And to wake up the rest of the nation of Israel that are Israelites that just don't know they're Israelites, man. All right. He says, verse 3, and I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of Yahweh is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and Yahweh them and be their power. And Yahweh shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, man. See, this is what we got to look forward to as a nation. And we know this is only for the nation of Israel, man, because the rest of the nations aren't, they aren't being oppressed, man. All right, like we are, man. They aren't sorrowful like we are, man, in sorrow. All right, and their lives don't hang in doubt before them like ours do, man. And there shall be death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be pain, for the former things are passed away. All right, because he said what, man? We know we could in time of old we could read the scriptures and it would say what? There's nothing new under the sun, man. All right, and the Most High required that which is of past. Well, in this time, man, he's going to renew everything, man. And that old cycle is going to be broken. All right. That old cycle is going to be broken. All right. And he's going to renew everything, man. And he that sat upon the throne said, behold, I make all things new. See that? Not meaning to give everything fresh, but to not to remake everything new all the way over again, but in other words, to refresh everything, man.